Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about the Oracle introduction. And in this basically we are going to discuss about the Oracle architecture. One of the person told that what actually architecture means here. You told that basically database is a very simple database is just one notepad file basically, and basically notepad file and database basically is one Excel file. In last lecture basically you told that basically, but now basically you are telling that there is one Oracle architecture also basically. So here basically the concept is to define the Oracle architecture. Normally basically if we dump the data basically into the notepad file, then also there basically it is going to work. When we are going to dump the normal data basically into the Excel file, that is also going to be work, na basically. It's not like that basically it's not going to work. It's 100% going to work basically. But it's basically in a readable format basically. Anybody basically can read, because if one person told that basically this is a bank database and we had dumped into the Excel file and we had dumped into the notepad file, so anybody basically can access that notepad file and Excel file, and basically easily basically he can change the data, he can basically easily update the data, he can easily delete the data. Then basically what is the meaning of security of the database basically and security of the data, because it's a bank basically, and each and every transactions basically keeps and make a difference basically for the or in the balance sheets basically. So it's very dangerous basically. So here one person told that data basically can be inserted in notepad and Excel file also, but if data is secure, then basically the database basically keeps in good manner basically, and database basically comes into good format basically, that also you can say. If database is secure, then basically lots of people basically will purchase your database. If database is not secure, then basically who is going to purchase the space basically for the data? For example, one web shopping website basically is ongoing. He basically told that I want to purchase one database. So which database he is going to purchase? So one of the person told that Oracle is good database basically. Then one of the person, can we keep basically this data in Excel file? But then basically one of the person told that anybody basically can access that Excel file basically, and he basically easily able to know that basically who is the customer, how many order basically he has placed, which in which date basically the order is going to be released. Each and everything basically he can see basically. But if it's a Oracle database, here basically we are talking about Oracle basically. So like this basically SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server is also there basically. So that is also basically we are going to discuss in after some videos basically. Currently it is a Oracle introduction basically. So we are ongoing with the Oracle group. So it's a Oracle architecture basically, that basically we one of the person told that if database basically everything is basically on the display basically, then there is no meaning of the data, there is no meaning of the security. So he told that basically one person told that if we create our own format of the data, let the basically data dump into the notepad, but it should not be readable basically. Nobody basically is supposed to read basically. So you have to create your own format of the data basically. If you are creating the own format of the data, then basically you have to retrieve the data also basically. So how you are going to retrieve the data, and then basically how basically you are going to do the performance tuning basically of the data, how basically you are going to keep performance of the your database in the large number of users basically. So that everything basically one person basically discussed. So he told that basically for that basically we have to do some plan basically, that how basically the database can be easily able to discuss sorry easily able to retrieve. That also basically if record basically are in crore, 2 crore, 3 crores, millions, like this basically database are, then also basically the data basically can be retrieved easily and with performance with security basically. So one person told that For that basically we have to create something basically. We have to create some format, we have to create some design, we have to create something basically, so that basically nobody basically can access the data easily basically. If one person basically wrote that, yeah, this basically notepad basically contains, I don't know, basically I am not able to understand basically what actually it's written basically, because it's in the particular format basically. That format basically you only can read basically. The group basically who created the format, the created the arc, created the format of the data basically, that person only basically can read. But in readable basically, only it can be readable from the his application basically. And that application basically he created. So the application created the readable format, the performance tuning, the each and every logs, each and every data, everything basically data, readable format, this, that basically given one name basically, that is the Oracle architecture. So one Oracle group basically created their own format basically, or architecture basically, or architect basically you can say. In that basically he can able to see the database, he can basically able to manage the data, he can basically have the performance tuning of the data, he can basically do anything basically whatever things basically is required basically. So here basically one of the person told that Oracle architect basically came into the picture. So Oracle company basically told that basically let's basically create one database basically. Database basically is an English word basically. So database, let's create one database basically. In that basically we will give our format basically. But it's a huge number of database, then basically the people are also required. So it should be architect basically. It should be architect, so that basically anybody basically can able to easily able to handle, the companies basically can easily able to handle. So for that basically one architect, one format is required basically. So Oracle told that basically let's create that format basically. So Oracle told that basically, yeah, basically we can create the format. For that basically we also have to be understand in future basically we also require some modification, then we also are supposed to do. So for that easy understandable architect or basically the format basically is required. So they told that basically we can create one Oracle architecture basically. In that Oracle architecture basically, if company is basically having the Oracle database with them basically, so they can able to easily able to handle the Oracle database without any Oracle support. If any big level of issue basically comes, that time basically Oracle is required basically. Other than basically that company is supposed to easily basically able to handle the Oracle basically. Easily able to handle his Oracle database. So they told that basically let's create one architecture basically, or basically one format basically. I have given the name format. Let's create one format basically. In that format basically we will design the formats basically, log files, large pool, Java pool, then stream pool, then the SQL area, share area, pmon, smon, mmon, then basically database buffers, SGA, Java pool, stream pool, SGA system global areas, PGA. Like this basically we will create something. So like this basically Oracle told that basically this basically we will create it as an architect basically, so that basically if any other company basically is using the Oracle database, they can basically hire the Oracle people basically. Oracle people mean Oracle resources basically, who know this all this thing basically, which they have already studied basically. So they studied basically, and each and every stuff basically which is in display basically, that basically they have given one name as a Oracle. So in next video basically we are going to discuss about this Oracle architecture.